Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and I know some of you have been wondering about this thing. It's one of Knipex's newest tools. This is the 9518-225, also known as the StepCut Extra Large. Here's the original StepCut, model 95. This little guy is just amazing, the way it clamps on. You can see kind of the blade profile. So what would be better than a 160 millimeter version of this? How about a 225 millimeter version? Now this thing is a beast, but I noticed a couple of things. Now I am not an electrician, obviously. My angle for stuff like this, or longer reach tools, here's one, my favorite Klein's there. These that I mentioned, super high leverage cable cutters. I had purposes for all these, but the big thing that catches my eye about some of these larger tools is that, as you get older, your hand strength isn't quite what it used to be, or maybe the shock hurts a little bit more. So what I'm after is a tool. I might be doing something fundamental with it, just super basic, cutting 12, 10, 14 gauge wire, nothing exciting. I can certainly do that with other tools, but you get some of these larger tools and it's just so much easier. It's easier on your hand, takes less effort, but they cost more, they're heavier, they're larger. So a lot of people, leave them to those big jobs. However, I'll show you a few things. I've got some 600 volt line here. This is not the stuff that these are necessarily designed to cut, but I'm not an electrician, as I mentioned. However, I can drop these in, so you see right there, one-handed. Now, if I choke up on these, I can't cut. If I drop to the bottom here, I can just snip through, no problem. Takes a pretty good grip, though, to grab something this size. So large hands. But look at that. Watch this. So it's just sitting in there. I'm going to go ahead and just squeeze it. I have to get my thumb right and snip. Let's try it, say, I don't know, with one of my favorite pairs of snap-on pliers here, or cutters. Got these, even if I drop it down all the way to the joint, can't do it. I barely scored it. I'm not even going to try with the traditional. You obviously can't. There are a few other pliers. Let's try my favorite Klein's here. Line those up. Drop this in. There it is. As you can see, nope. Two-handed, nope. Ain't going to happen. What about these Knipex? These are great, by the way, if you just have multi-sized cutting. Won't completely cut this, I don't think, because of the size, but we'll try it. Ain't gonna happen. Wow, what about Weehaw? Now this is a high leverage one. As you can see, it's got fairly large, stout handles, and then I love this pair. Just super silky smooth. Excellent strength and cutting, so drop that in. I'm going to lower my hand down, and I can do it. Look at that. So, the Weehaw and the Klein, and the Knipex. So, if we go back to these, what do they cost? I got these, they were mid-50s, and I got them as soon as I could find them, and it took about 1 month to get them, so I ordered these back sometime in June. Then they arrived, but the price seems to hover around 70 bucks. Is it worth it? That's up to you. I like having something like this where if I have to cut some larger wire, like this, no problem. You saw how choked up I was on that. Doing some outdoor wiring here versus my Klein's that I love. Klein's take a little bit more effort. Even the old StepCuts here, look at that. They just slice through it like butter. That's why I was interested in something like that. Look at that. Maybe I could do it with 2 fingers. Look. Try that. Did you see that? Check that out. Little tiny StepCut. I'll line them up. There it is. Not real hard wire, but still the same. just a phenomenal result. Anyway, there they are, the 9518 225s. I'll put a link to Amazon, but you might dig around to see what they're selling for. This is one of their newer pliers. Knipex releases new stuff obviously every once in a while. They have a new handle design that's got essentially 3 components. This would be 2-component handle. I still haven't gotten a set with that, but I'd be curious, you know, is it really that great? This is 1000 volt rated. That's another theme of this channel. I'm thinking it's probably a good idea, simply because, especially as a DIYer, I might mess around with something I don't fully understand. Sorry, but that's kind of the D or the I in DIY. You do it. So anyway, do I think they're worth it? Yeah, Knipex makes excellent stuff, and especially if I'm doing anything with these old hands, it just makes life so much easier. No problems. And with that, Doc out.